Hello, I'm Jaehyun from South Korea. How much do you guys know about South Korea? Today I would like to talk a little about my country. I'm gonna share my presentation now. Yep. I split my contents into four. First, I will talk about where is my country and the meaning of South Korea's flag. And second, I will briefly introduce Korean, then talk about Korea's traditional value with Korea's 5 colors. And lastly, tell you guys some fun facts about Korea. As most of you guys can see by looking at me, Korea is in Asia, specifically East Asia, right between China and Japan. So this is Korea. Well, it's a pretty small country, but Korea has been divided into two for Korean War along the truce line, which is called the 38th parallel since the 25th of July, 1950. North Korea and South Korea are on this special occasion for 66 years. Under that line is South Korea. Next thing is, this is the flag of South Korea, which is called taegukgi in Korean. Each element consists of this flag has its own meanings. First, the white background means purity and peacefulness. It reflects the ethnicity of Korea in pursuit of peacefulness. And each of these black lines means sky, water, earth, and a fire, which is the base element that consists of earth. Korean people have believed there are two energies in the universe, positive energy and negative energy. These four energies show us the changes and development of each other through a combination of positive and negative energies in the universe. The circle in the center of the flag is called taeguk mark. It represents the harmony of the world. I made a mistake, but red represents negative energy and blue represents positive energy. And all of these elements are harmonized and show us a unity of universe. Next, I will introduce you to the Korean. The alphabet of Korean is called Hangul. It is a very simple and logical alphabet which you can learn in a few minutes. There are 19 consonants and 21 vowels, 14 basic and 5 double consonants, and 10 basic and 11 double vowels. Double consonants and vowels are made by adding a line or dot to a basic one. The letters grouped into sliver blocks containing an initial consonant, 1 or 2 vowels, and sometimes a final consonant. And we have a public holiday called Hangul Proclamation Day on October 9th. On this day, people literally celebrate the proclamation of Hangul and thanks to great King Sejong, who made this alphabet. We can also find him in Korean money, 10,000 won, which is the almost same value as $10. Back then, the time before we don't have our own alphabet, people use Chinese character instead. But that is too difficult for ordinary citizens. And King Sejong decided to make Korean's own alphabet so all the people in his country can read and write. He made all the consonants and vowels based on the shape of the tongue when the sound is pronounced. He is one of the greatest king in Korea's history. Still, many people feel grateful to him. The next thing I will talk about is Korea's 5 colors. These 5 colors are the traditional colors of Korea, which ancient Korean ancestors considered as the colors underlying the creation of the universe. These are called 오방색 in Korean. These colors represent the view of the world of our ancestors who wanted to live in harmony with the universe, nature, and human beings. Each color is connected to 5 directions and has several meanings that are connected with each direction. This concept in which different things come together in harmony has long been applied to the spirit of Koreans in various fields, including traditional costumes, architecture, and even food. The most representative example of this color is the pocket You can see by looking at the Korean traditional clothes that I will show you later, but there is no pocket in Korean traditional clothes. So people made these little pockets instead of the pocket in their clothes. So this pocket is called 오방낭 in Korean. The 5-colored cosmic harmony pouch contains the origins of ancestors who want to avoid bad luck and stay healthy. Also, you can easily see these 5 colors in Hanbok, a traditional Korean costume. But the Hanbok I will talk about is the Hanbok especially for kids. So this is the Hanbok worn by children. Can you see this colorful arm part? This is the part that you can see the 5 colors is used, which is called rainbow togori in Korean. By using 오방색 in their clothes, people hope their kids can be in peace and health. And bibimbap is one of the representative examples of food that can see 오방색. Bibimbap is one of the most famous Korean food where all ingredients are harmonized into a single dish by mixing yellow yolk with red carrot and red pepper paste, and white bean sprout, blue or green spinach. Speaking of this, I think this is a kind of Korean thing, but we sometimes consider blue and green as the same. A lot of people say blue light when they saw the green traffic light, but nobody says it's wrong. And black, which is gosari in Korean seasoned vegetables. The 5 colors in bibimbap symbolize the harmony between nature and human beings. The 5 colors contain the energy of the universe and are believed to be able to observe it by eating food that contains a color. So if you have you ever eaten bibimbap, you somehow taste the universe. Next and lastly, I will tell you guys some fun facts about Korea. The first thing I want to talk about is Korean age. Korea has such a unique method to count ages. I found the formula on the internet. Well, it might look complicated, but it's just basically adding 1 on your age. In Korea, as soon as you are born, you become 1 year old because we count the year you spent in your mom's womb. Also, the Korean age changes on January 1st. So everyone officially become a year older at the same time after the first day of the new year, no matter when your birthday is. We celebrate our birthday as people do in any other countries, though it doesn't change anything because their ages changed even before their birthday. But we still celebrate because it's just our birthday. And the reason we get older at the same time is related to our culture. Age in Korea is very important in Korean culture, far more important than it is in the USA or Europe. Often the first question that people ask is, how old are you? People's age is important not just for things like whether you are old enough to buy alcohols, but for a whole variety of social interactions in Korea. People use different languages when speaking to people of different ages. They expect people to act differently, with younger people expected to pour a drink for older people, or older people expected to pay for things for younger people. Even the way you refer to your friends based on their age. If they are a year older than you and a female, they might be your 누나 or 언니. If they are a male, they might be your 형 or 오빠. Korea is one of the countries that was once rooted in shamanism, so we still believe a lot of superstitions. First, whistling at night is highly discouraged in Korea. It has long been believed that whistling at night can summon spirits, ghosts, demons, and other unearthly creatures. A slightly less terrifying but still frightening version of the superstition is that snake will appear instead of spirits. Even though all of my family lives in a big city, where whenever I'm whistling at night, my grandma always told me, she always said, shh, the snake will come out somewhere, so stop whistling. Yeah. And second, people don't like to write or to be written their names in red ink. In the past, red ink was used to write the names of the deceased on the family register. Therefore, writing names in red meant they had either passed away or if they were still living, you were wishing harm or death upon them. Not many people seriously believe this anymore, but still, a lot of Koreans consider it's quite rude to write someone's name in red ink. Lastly, in Korea, 4 is an unlucky number. This one stems from China, where the word for the number 4 sounds similar to the word for death. This rings true for Sino-Korea, which is rooted in the Chinese language. So many elevators in South Korea use the letter F instead of 4 to represent the fourth floor. Similar to how some American elevators jump from the 12th to the 14th floor, skipping the 13th. While I was preparing for this presentation, I found a cool video about Seoul, capital city of South Korea. They show us so many different angles of Seoul. So I think it's really helpful for foreigners to understand Korea a little bit better. So it's 7 minutes long video and hope you guys enjoy the video and thanks for listening my presentation.